Our next topic is charged particle in electric field. How the charged particle moves in a constant applied electric field. In this class we will study in constant applied electric field. Let us consider a positive charge plus q of having mass m moving with initial velocity u. Let this point charge is exerted by an electric field E. When this charge is exerted by an external electric field E, then its velocity changes. So there is some acceleration. Then the force exerted due to this electric field, let it be denoted as Fe. Fe is force acting on the charged particle plus q due to the external electric field having charge q and mass m is given by, in general it is the formula called as QE. According to Newton's law, the force acting on a particle is mass into acceleration, where A is the acceleration of the particle, that is this force exerted on the particle is equal to QE. Then acceleration is equal to QE by m. Here charge of the charged particle is constant, electric field constant, mass of the particle is constant. So if you draw the graph between acceleration versus time period t, it is a constant, that is QE by m. That is, the acceleration of the charged particle is uniform in uniform constant electric field. Let us suppose that u is the initial velocity of the particle. So due to this exerted force, its velocity changes to v after some time. Then what is the acceleration? Acceleration is dv by dt, that is equal to QE by m. Integrating this equation with respect to time, we get d by dt integration is v is equal to QE by m into t plus some constant c1, where c1 is the constant of integration. Then how can we calculate the constant of integration? By applying the boundary condition. Let us suppose that at initial time, that is at t is equal to 0, what is the initial velocity of the particle? That velocity of the particle is u. Then substitute this value in this equation. Then v is equal to u, time is 0, that is 0, c1. The constant of integration is u. Then this equation will be QE by m into t plus u. This is the velocity of a charged particle. It is like a linear function of time period. If you draw the graph between velocity versus time, then it is varying linearly. The starting velocity is u and the final velocity is v. So in this charged particle we will study what is its acceleration, what is its velocity, and what is its displacement. A simple topic. Next, what is the velocity of a particle? It is the rate of change of position. Then v is equal to dr by dt, which is given as QE by m into t plus c1. Now let us integrate this equation with respect to time. Then the integration of d by dt of r is r is equal to u u differentiation with respect to time, that is ut plus qe by m is constant, t differentiation is t square by 2 plus some integration constant c2. So here c2 is the constant of integration which can be applied by, which can be calculated by the initial condition. Let us suppose that at the initial time, that is at t is equal to 0, let the initial displacement of the charged particle is r naught. Then we get the initial displacement is r naught u into 0 0 q u m into 0, that is c2. c2 value is r naught. Then r is equal to ut plus qe by m into t square by 2 plus r naught. Then the displacement, that is r minus r naught, is equal to ut plus qe by m into t square by 2. So this is called as the displacement of the particle. This indicates that displacement varies quadratically. This r minus r naught, I will indicate it as s. S is equal to ut plus half at square, like that. That means this displacement varies in a quadratic manner. Then if you draw the graph between displacement versus time, then we will get the quadratic wave. This is the generalized motion of the charged particle in constant applied electric field. There are two different cases. We can apply the electric field if the charged particle is moving like that with the mass mu and u is the initial velocity. We can apply the electric field either along the direction of motion of the charged particle, called as longitudinal electric field, or we can apply the electric field perpendicularly, transverse electric field. So they can arise two ways. So first part is when we have applied the electric field longitudinally. That is, if the electric field is applied parallel to the motion of the charged particle. Let us suppose that the charged particle is moving along x direction and the external electric field is also exerted on the particle along x direction. The particle as well as the applied electric field are in the same direction, that is x. Let E be the electric field that is applied along the direction of the charged particle along x direction. Let u be the velocity of a charged particle along the x-axis, that is at initial time t is equal to 0, the initial velocity of the particle along x-axis is equal to u. The electric force acting on the particle is QE generally. Since we are applying the electric field along x direction, this is equivalent to MA, that is equal to QE. If we are applying the that is electric field is applied x-axis, then the particle will also move along x-axis, that is MAX is equal to QAX, that is AX is equal to QEX by M or QE by M. Simply QE by M. This is the electric field acted along x direction. And the remaining components, since the particle will not move along y and z directions, the remaining accelerations will be AZ, AY, AZ are 0. That is QE by M, QEX by M, QEY by M, QEZ by M are the three components. This component is simply QE by M. Remaining two EY, EZ components are 0 because we are applying only along the x direction. The same one. Integrating this equation, AX is equal to QE by M Then by integrating, that is dvx by dt is equal to qe by m. Then upon integration we get vx is equal to qe by m into t plus c1. Let the initial and the remaining velocities, that is what are the remaining terms, ay is equal to 0 and az is equal to 0, that is dvy by dt is equal to 0 and dvz by dt is equal to 0. On integration, vy is equal to some constant c2, vz is equal to some constant c3, where c1, c2, c3 are the constants of integrations. Now apply the initial conditions. At initial velocity t is equal to 0. What is the initial velocity along x direction? Ux, which is simply indicated with u, that is Vx. And Vy initially at t is equal to 0. What is its initial velocity? Ua. Initially there is no velocity along y direction. Similarly Vz at t is equal to 0, that is Uz is equal to 0. If you substitute at t is equal to 0 initial velocity u, that is c1 is equal to u and c2 is equal to, there is no velocity along y and z direction, c2 0 and c3 0. Then Vx is equal to qe by m into t plus u and Vy is equal to 0 and Vz is equal to 0. By again integrating, what is dvx by dt? Dx by dt is equal to qe by m into t plus u and dvy by dt is equal to 0, dz by dt is equal to 0. Then upon integration, x is equal to qe by m into t square by 2 plus ut plus some another constant called as c1 dash and y is equal to c2 dash and z is equal to c3 dash. In order to calculate this constant of integration, initially at a time t is equal to 0, x is equal to, y is equal to, z is equal to 0, let us assume. Then we have at t is equal to 0, that means this total quantity 0, x value 0. Then c1 dash value is 0, c2 dash value is 0, c3 dash value is equal to 0. Then x is equal to qe by m into t square by 2 plus ut and y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. This is regarding when the applied electric field is applied along the direction of when the applied electric field applied longitudinally, that is along the direction of a charged particle. Next, similarly, what is the nature of the charged particle? When the field applied perpendicular to the direction of applied electric field. That is, let the charged particle moving in a uniform velocity u along x direction. Let the electric field is applied along y direction. Electric field is applied along y direction. Let the charged particle is moving along x direction. Then at the initial time, let at t is equal to 0, the initial velocity of the particle, that is Vx along x direction is u. There is no velocity along y direction at t is equal to 0. And similarly vz component at the initial time is equal to 0. So these three components are 0 along the direction of y and z directions. Then the components of the force exerted by the external electric field. Because we are applying the electric field along y direction, there is no force along x direction. That is, the components of force are Fx is equal to Qex. This value is 0. And Fy is equal to Qey. Since we are applying the force along y direction, let us keep this term Qe. And the force acting on the particle along z direction is Qez, that is equal to 0. Here the particle is moving along x direction and we are exerting the electric field along y direction. The same term, F is equal to ma. Then what are the values of Ax? Ax is equal to Qex by m. Ay is equal to Qey by m, and Az is equal to Qez by m. This value is equal to 0. And also the first value is Qex by m is equal to 0. Ay is equal to Qey by m. Az is equal to Qez by m. We know that acceleration is rate of change of velocity, that is dvx by dt is equal to Qex by m, which is equivalent to 0, and dvy by dt, that is Qev by m. The next one is dvz by dt, that is equal to 0. Then integrating, we get this value is equal to 0, then Vx is equal to some constant C1, and upon integration we get Vy is equal to Qey by m. Just I am writing Qe by m into t plus C2, and Vz is equal to C3, where C1, C2, C3 are the constants of integration. These constants of integration are calculating by the initial condition that at t is equal to 0, the initial velocity of the particle is equal to u. Remaining velocities, that is Vy is equal to, or Vz is equal to, these two terms are 0. Then we get at initial velocity C1 value 0, there is no term. And at initial velocity C2 is equal to u, and at final velocity Vz is equal to 0, there is no components, that is C3 is equal to 0. Then substitute these values, we get Vx is equal to 0, Vy is equal to Qe by m into t plus u, and Vz is equal to 0. Then Vx is equal to 0, that is dx by dt is equal to 0, and dy by dt is equal to Qe by m into t plus u, and dz by dt is equal to 0. Then on integration, x is equal to, the initial velocity of the particle is Vx is u here, this term is 0. Vx is equal to u, since the initial velocity is along x direction, so the remaining two ones are 0. Vx is equal to u, Vy is equal to Qe by t into m, and Vz is equal to 0. Then dx by dt is equal to u, dy by dt is equal to QE by m into t, dz by dt is equal to 0. Then x is equal to ut, y is equal to QE by m into t square by 2, and z is equal to some constant c ut plus c1 dash plus c2 dash and c3 dash are the constants of integration. Then the applied boundary conditions: initially x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 0, then c1 dash, c2 dash and c3 dash are 0. Then simply x is equal to ut, y is equal to ut dash and z is equal to 0. This is the position vectors of charged particle along xyz direction when the applied field is along the direction of y. From this equation, y is equal to q e by m into t square by 2. From this equation, what is t? X by u. Then this is q e by m x square by u square into 2. So this equation represents, if you calculate the value of x square is equal to m 2m u square by qe into 2m u square by qe into y. That is, this equation represents the parabola. That is, if you draw the graph between x and y, we will get the parabolic path. This is the charged particle in a constant electric field.